So here I am protesting against United Arab Emirates cruelty. Come together in humanity. We've enjoyed money a lot. Now, those of you who want a better world, and what I just take what Baba Zayed has said on Wikipedia. Please, this is terrible. Uh, where the sheikhs, the noble people of the United Arab Emirates, come together as in humanity, and let's leave behind all this sex, power, and money now. Uh, so I don't want to live. I'm giving you a last warning. I just have some thing I can kill myself with. Already I'm bleeding, so I don't know if they stopped me from taking the boric acid. If you really want to save people, I don't know how the audio is here again. Uh, I uh, I was telling late His Highness Sheikh Khalifa, I thought I was connected with him or whatever it was, delusion. But that, then I went to his website and saw that it had a video that said honesty. So no more dishonesty here. I've seen a lot in this world. And here also in Dubai, living in Dubai, I can speak about Abu Dhabi. I can ask my brother about it. He's in Abu Dhabi. But he will not tell me on the phone, will he? If he, the bahut zulm, sometimes you consider the person's situation and condition. I mean, most of the time, all the time actually. I didn't do anything wrong here in the sense that I didn't initiate anything wrong. I have I came here, unfortunately, I wasn't well. My mother passed away, and I lived on here. So I really don't want this dishonesty and, women treated as if they are objects of sex or something here. So it's now or never. For me, I know I've been close to death, molested through an energy here. I want sharafat ki zindagi. Money will come, like Auntie Hafsa Fikri said, principal's eldest sister, long time ago told me that you go for your studies, money will come. I was feeling guilty that even my brother, I was really feeling sad. My brother got into University of Massachusetts, MIT, and all that. My father couldn't send him, and all this, right? So money will come. Oh, what human being are we that we are going after money so much? First, we need to be human, and we need to know what humanity is. So it's really worse than death living like this here, with money and you know, but crippled, can't go out. If you go out without knowing Arabic, which I don't know, and I don't want to know, I know my Koja Sindhi, but I'm illiterate in that. And I know English and I know Urdu, but I don't want to speak Urdu at all. I want to avoid Urdu here. I'm ashamed of Urdu. I have started to have inferiority complex when I joined the local schools in Karachi. leaving Karachi Medical School. Actually, I should have gone back to London. So, just checking here where is my live stream. So, I don't know why all the time this cover comes. Thumbnail. Where is my live stream here? So, what is this energy molesting me in the nighttime? Watching Dystopia to Reason or someone. They don't want me to interact. The moment I interact with someone, and I don't, yeah, someone asked me why an Indian, someone here, I don't want to use other people's channels to promote for them to follow me here and subscribe here. Sorry, that's another reason. Um, I wasn't thinking like this when I used to go to other ex-Muslim channels, Abdullah Samir and all this, and apostate prophet. This is not what I want to use these ex-Muslims. Go there and comment and to show off, just to show off or get followers to come and subscribe to me. I don't want to use people like that. And I just don't want to use people. So alone, I thought how far, let's see how far I will go. I also had, what do you call it, for my principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar, uh, I got a chance to go to London and study law there. So that maybe studying both Pakistani law and a little bit from SM Law College and then going to London gave me the chance to see how I can change the law, if I can change the law. And who will, if you, I'm not pushing you people, but it would be really good betterment for if you care for society, if you care for any individual you love apart from yourself or even yourself. You pity yourselves, please, like Imam Ali said in Najul Balagha. But I don't want to quote him. However, it's come out. So, not out of arrogance, out of, I don't want to use human beings like that. Not at all. So I thought, alone, I'll try my best. How far, let's see how far I go alone. Uh, make this world honest, loving, trustworthy, and human, like humanitarian, I wonder what is in this, that Abu Dhabi, there's a, now they call it humanitarian city. I wonder what it is, humanitarian. So I was so happy to see these things, but it could be just a name of that city, humanitarian. I don't know. But you see, humanitarian should be that, someone who is mentally challenged. I could not even get a card from you. There's a particular card they get for disabled, challenged people, mentally or physically. I didn't get my card here. I don't know the places. I don't want to go to government offices alone. If you don't know Arabic, it becomes tough. If you don't wear that abaya and all this. And if you don't have a car, it gets really tough. I don't know if when you have a car, what happens to you, how much parking fare, fine, or things like that, 500 dirhams. If you're a little late, you could get a fine of 500 dirhams or something. So, anyhow, but it's better if you're rich here, because if you're poor, my God, don't ask me how things are going here in taxis, traveling in taxis. And they won't even stop at times. They don't care. You know how these Pakistanis are, they don't care. And coming here, they even become worse. I don't know what makes them worse here. So, better to die. Thank God, if it's cancer, then I'm going. I hope I go soon. I do see myself becoming rather pale here, very, very pale. I haven't got the sun properly. I don't have a balcony. I don't even put the curtains, you know, I don't open them. And waiting to die. So I thought I would buy from my saved money something that I could go. I just want to go on like a Quorum buy and they come with. I don't need an encoder to buy an encoder. I just needed to know how to disable the webcam, the camera of, but it's not coming. I searched and searched. It's not that I want to now buy expensive encoders and make beautiful videos or something, but okay, through this phone, I tried everything. So, being at home, because I feel maybe they want to isolate me, house arrest. It's like house arrest. Taxis not stopping. Then summer, there are no buggies here that will take us to the bus stop station. And even the buses, I wasn't good at it in London. So I always like miss my full of anxiety. Which when will my yeah, I can't travel in buses. Otherwise, you see, as it's not because we're rich. We were rich in London. We used to travel in tube stations. I knew the way through the tube station also. But yeah, we had private taxis in London. They were wonderful Londoners, Britishers, wonderful people. Very trustworthy. As a child, I could travel alone. Sajwani, call them Sajwani, yes, coming, and they would come right on time, to take me if my father's mother had come that side of the place or something like that, right? Because hardly the tube station you'd have to walk a lot because they also had a house. So, and it was a lot of walking distance or something. So we used to take the private taxis, call them up, and they knew us, and they were well behaved, and they were very like friendly, in a good manner, very good. Even okay, London cab taxis, black cabs. Um, but mostly these people we can trust, and they were not rude or anything to us ever. They were very good. So this thing, I miss London so much. My neighbors who, uh, my neighbor who took my kitten and gave it because her poodle was not getting along with my kitten. Later on, I saw her grow up so fat and very like full in holiday, and I saw her. She told me, a Jewish lady. So these Jewish neighbors, we never saw our side, who was living in our side next to us, next to our house. But opposite, I could only see the dogs and mostly this Jewish lady, old couple. Her husband died. They said it was suicide. He jumped out of the window, the other side. So I saw that too. It was terrible, but a very good lady, really trustworthy. These Jews, we hardly saw the rest of the neighbors coming out or anything. But only this lady taking her poodle for a walk or going out for a walk with her poodle, something like this, or going somewhere. So that's why I gave her my kitten and trustworthy people in London. Whereas here, the Asian men and the Pakistani taxi drivers giving us a lot of trouble. So God forbid if you become like poor. So I never want a rich man to become poor. But please understand our side that we are, how we go on here. Even in this rich country, filthy rich people, Arabs and all. It's terrible how we have to in taxis and they sometimes they don't stop. अपने उस पे चलते हैं. Uh, you know, they're very very rude. But they are rude in the sense that uh, they will not get into trouble. It's only me who will get into trouble because I can sense their cunning, uh, callous, like not caring and all this. And then I get angry, and then I will be the one who will come in the eyes of people. Oh, she's angry and all this, and fine her. So, and what is this? They go to the mosque, they keep the light on yellow now. A customer not knowing when the light is on yellow, right? This is what they're told that they should keep the light. They told me that the light should be yellow, meaning you can pick up a customer. But the azan is on and they're going for the azan and they say, oh, no, no, we can't take you. So why keep the yellow light on? Why not keep it red? Such a thing, really. And they go for the uh, ritual, namaz, prayer, five obligatory prayer. They don't care what happens to the customer outside. Well, thank God at that time it was nice weather, bearable. So all this are Asian men are very horrid. Most of them I've come across here, and need God knows I don't want to change people, but since I was a quiet person, if I can avoid the people I don't like, even like from Dubai royal family, if I hear something, then I keep away. Like I heard about the child jockey. It's only recently my father said that Sheikh Mohammed, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin, the Dubai Sheikh and the Prime Minister of UAE, was giving, he was helping people out, his Emiratis, giving opportunities to people with ideas and all this, right? To make business, to do business. Or if they could, sometimes here also he says, like, if is there a genius or, like that, he's looking out for people like that. And he calls out for people like that. So I thought, the thing of Dubai had changed. But little did I know that it's the same money and all makes a person really, uh, yeah, there's no humanity. It's just money buys everything. And with money, you can buy everything. You can even buy kindness, like they will smile at you and say, have a good day and all this because they're paid. Like stewardesses are paid. They're groomed to smile. So it's for some of us, it seems very artificial. Uh, so thank God I didn't become a stewardess because it's all out of work and artificial. Have a good day, and I hope you had a nice trip and all this. They're groomed for this. If you don't pay them money, if they don't get paid, do you think they're going to stand there and say, "Have a nice day"? Or you call someone for like, "Have a nice day." Yeah, have a nice day. We are paid. So if you like, then the Quran it says, goodness, that if we asked you to take a lot from them. Yeah, but what you took from the Jews, Muhammad. Now listen, I'm not really, if I sound rude, you Pakistanis, you have sucked the blood. Bekaristan. Do you think you can stand up against an Arab's violations in your country? A sheikh? No, you cannot. You see, you cannot stand up for Jokio, what's his name, the Hobart case against. Why? Because you people are slaves, will always remain that way. No, because you are very cunning. You don't care. BBC, Pakistan's secretive Hobart bustard hunting industry. Even you have this industry, and recently you put it on the Arabs. Maybe the Arabs killed him. What was his name? Nasir. Sorry, I keep forgetting. He was tortured to death. But in Pakistan, sorry, this is a message. I don't know why I'm getting these messages. Oh God. Okay, so now the Kareem thing application message. So these Arabs also, and really the Muslim world, Arab sheikhs banned from Hobart hunts by Pakistan province. This time, Pakistan, the Guardian tells us here that Pakistan has taken action against the Arab sheikhs. Oh, so I don't know how long I will survive. I hope I don't. It's a maybe sometimes a sickness is a blessing in disguise. This is the Guardian. I don't know John Boone, one of Pakistan's. What has happened? So it's I think the Pakistan Imran Khan runs the province. Would not allow anyone to hunt hobaras as it is a protected bird and hunting them is illegal. So Imran Khan's party has finally taken Nawaz Sharif, the Pakistani, especially close to Saudi Arabia, where he lived in exile, losing power. Nawaz Sharif, no. Nawaz, it's not Nawaz Sharif. Nawaz Sharif, he sucks up to these sheikhs and all. Unfortunately, the meat is prized in the Arab world for its supposed aphrodisiac qualities. No, do I see Nawaz Sharif stopping? No. I hope I let me do some justice to this corrupted man. No, it's a Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. On Sunday, the politician Imran Khan, whose Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf partly runs the province, had said he would not allow anyone to hunt hobaras. This time, Bicharala Imran Khan will not be very popular in the Arab world like me. So, okay, sometimes please don't cry for me if I pass away. I'm very scared here for my Izzat also, taxi drivers. And like when we go out, here I've been molested, my case, I've been bleeding. I thought some Arab brother, uh, like father, like, will reach out and help me in my this extreme. Uh, what shall I say now? The I could get raped here if they find out I can't run fast. You know what I mean? So they could use this case of mine, like they're using it, I suspect, to harm me, and no one should know about this. Isolate me. Okay, I need to take a break. Thank you. Maybe I'm here or 2 likes. Thank you, much appreciated. Yes, so it was Imran Khan. I don't know why people have started to go against Imran Khan, what he has done, but to stand up against the Arab world, it will cost you something. And even these, when this Nawaz Sharif, the wrong blame he put on uh, Jemima Goldsmith. Likewise, it seems we have some Arab sheikhs here and Arabs who would put the wrong blame on the person trying to help out even animal safety in a sincere manner. Although I have chicken, I've stopped meat, red meat a lot. And so, see, I can't make the frozen this and that, so I just have the frozen chicken fillet, I fry it. That is my crime right now. If you think I'm a hypocrite, I'm really not. Maybe a part of me is too weak to go on a vegetarian diet. And pizza is too expensive for me to order and make, my vegetable curry and all this. For me, it's too much now. So I'm as transparent as I can get, and you can get me here as much as you can get me. So salutations to Imran Khan. हम रहें ना रहें, if I live or not. At least I know, like I found out that there's Sir Peter Russell. Even science is going to change in Britain. They'll have this great scientist coming up, honesty coming up. Oh, this is the. I would love to go to London and meet Sir Peter Russell, but I just love to see he's there in London, England, or now he's in the USA. He's not in England, and he's working very hard. He's all the time about this, that we want to make a better world, right? So that, sorry, last night there was so much negativity. Uh, there was so much molestation in my body that I just froze my mind. I couldn't listen to Dystopia to reason, uh, but I kept it on. So I slept saying the mantra. I could hardly concentrate on what, on Dystopia to reason. There's another, his name I'm forgetting. He was doing the talking. What's happened to India also, what they've done, what the Sanatan, these warriors, Sanatan Dharmis, so sad. But I didn't comment there. Okay, my energy is leaving me, but I'm so used to pushing myself. So I just have to, I just look at, may God protect him from all evil. Sir Peter Russell. I hope more scientists come to this. Even Sir Richard Dawkins comes to this, that, what scientists didn't know and what they kept us away from, so that we might know that, because I wanted to understand everything, and it would help me so much if the scientists would also be honest about it, that we don't know about this, but this is how we did it. uh, and like Sir Peter Russell said it, because I really needed to know why have I not been told about light properly, like I was lost case trying to figure out. And what I said about the maths thing, my experience in CAS exam, I got confused and I was going down like, and all this. And remember calling up my therapist and crying that I may have failed in my maths. That maths that I was so interested in, that in Center for Advanced Studies, first time I joined, Mr. Sadakat Hussain, our maths teacher, I said, I'm giving you this on the board. This is an add maths problem. And very few have been able to, um, you know, what do you call it, in maths, solve this problem. There were me, Fahim Milwala, and Zain Malik, I remember. So I was so interested, and then something happened to me when later on I joined back Center for Advanced Studies. So I used to have nightmares that I'm going for an exam, and recurring nightmares and all this. I said I better leave maths. And so in St. Joseph's College also, I did not take maths and economics or accounts or anything. I went in the art thing. So I'm much grateful for. So I couldn't use maths. I couldn't do maths anymore uh, due to something on me. Uh, Someone told me that my enemy doesn't want me to study, and but I reached that place where I did my law. I got the average grades. I passed finally. After they wanted to trap me there also in London, but I survived it. So through a Palestinian also, they wanted to get me, and all this. Anyhow, so I'm much grateful. Otherwise, like how can these scientists find these ways, and I cannot get my mind to uh, take this. What I used to call it, comprehend or get it. Uh, so on assumptions, and sometimes it's the premise is true, and so is the deduction, but it's all very materialistic, and the maths is hard. Although in medical terms, technology, they've reached a lot. So what could it be that we have also as lay people missed, and we can't get it? So I had to read. Thank God I found Mr. God, This Is Finn on the here again, the book that I had left behind. Very important for me because Anna teaches us in such a way to understand science and all this things. Uh, why shadows? I couldn't get it because I didn't know about light. So how come shadows move faster than light? Right. This book I found in 1987, 88 somewhere. So I was all confused, puzzled until Sir Peter Russell told was I found out from him on YouTube about light that I have to keep listening to him. Like he says, he's 6 hours. He was listening to repeating. I think what's his name? Fields, Chris Fields, something explanation or some video. Even Sir Peter Russell was saying like for 6 hours he kept going on listening to his video or lecture or something. So this is what I have to do, keep on going. I just need to survive until I find out the unanswered questions for myself. And I shouldn't be going after too much, but here, I just want to take off for some shopping in my budget, just a mall or some grocery, uh, and come back. This has been my childhood. In London also, my mother gave me the freedom money to go and get toys, Woolworths, or so I've just been in this thing like that since childhood, feeling guilty, but I cannot change myself. I tried, I gave up on myself. So, uh, uh, so now that Peter Russell explained, so I went back to that book, Mr. God, This Is Anna by Finn, that I've now bought online. And I realized that if you see light through light's eyes, then light doesn't move. And that I don't know why, right? But he explains it like I had to go through it through the video again and again. So, some things I got later on that he's explaining through the equation of this scientist. And so, what they found out that we don't have to bother about light. But he tells us, he explains us why and all this and light, why light has zero movement. If you see through light itself. So I have to do more work on that, and at least now I know a little bit. I understand now, not solved, but understand why in that book Anna says that shadows move faster than light. So because you see, no scientist would has ever told us why actually light moves doesn't have that movement at all, speed at all, or movement, or doesn't travel at all, to put it in proper words. As I think Sir Peter Russell put it like this, right? If I'm wrong, then please overlook. So I'm not too good at using words properly and all that. And this is all I want to know now. Although being molested in my body, even talking right now, I'm just taking it. I'm taking it, and it's such a sad thing that I'm being molested like this, and I don't know how to stop this. But I went to sleep even. Like I was saying the mantra, and Kali Ma's mantra helps me. So maybe one day Kali Ma is going to give it to my enemy so badly. But when? I don't know. Um, and about Radha Rani, a lot of messing up has taken place in India. I heard from Dystopia to Reason last night, Mic Open, on their Mic Open live stream topic. So it's very, very sad to see what the Hindu Sanatanis have done. I don't think you should be forcing anyone to come to this Sanatan Dharma without evidence because you have very little evidence. And I think Haris Sultan, I used to think he was a hypocrite, but when I saw him arguing, having debates with Indians, they were not able to give him a proper answer, right? Like you don't, he was saying you don't have evidence. But he's gone on in his own way, God knows. And I also tried him. I tested him, and I got depressed when I go there. I get very very depressed. Like when these people come, uh, these enemies of mine who I felt has separated me from Miss Disa, or they spread rumors of us being, or there being a "Ooh," maybe maybe they didn't love their aunt Haji Habib so much to know, because their mother has kept them away from these things. So they think all these relationships, are just, and they wouldn't even invite people for dinner or lunch, right? They're just into themselves so much. The mother Masuma. So there was Hajar Haji Habib, their aunt, unfortunately. She had such nieces. And there was me and there was Faiza. Her Hajar Haji Habib was Faiza, my friend in Auntie Laili Begum school. Her aunt too, and my father's community. This is my father's community I'm talking about. So, we used to hug her and you could only get to her legs because she was quite tall. At that time, we were children. Um, and even then, she has quite a height. Or maybe I think so, from childhood. So we used to play in the garden, and when she would come, and we both would hug her and all this. So, these people, these Irani uh, in this community, Haji Habib's grandchildren. So they are like that, and even my father's side family were like that. So we suffered because I suffered. My relationship with Miss Disa, not really, because of what the rumors they spread. I didn't care what rumors they spread against us. I know what I am, and I know what Miss Disa was. So until someone separated us, that's when it started. No, not even that. I was more concentrating on myself, what Miss Tessa wanted from me. I wasn't looking at these enemies. Um, I just wanted to work on myself in therapy and become a person like Miss Tessa wanted me to be, and not go overboard with my love for her. There's a time and thing for everything, and all this. So Father Augustine later had told me, counselor who had come from America, but a Goan Catholic, Miss Desa's community. From her community, came from USA with a counseling certificate, and he told me that he can talk to Miss Dissa, but now it was too late because I felt we will never. I have not. I might go back to my own wild love for even a pure love for someone. Like if I loved my grand aunt like this, but I guess then I thought about my grand aunts and felt that since their doors were open for us, we didn't feel that they didn't keep us on our toes, challenging us. So we just took them for granted. I don't think I took them for granted, but you know, there's no when this. That's what made me tell someone that not to worry about attachments. That my friend will get too attached to me, and she's already like this and that. Because the fear of attachment, it's not the attachment itself. There have been friends who have given, like Jesus Christ himself has said something to this effect that love, true love or friendship is that you give your life for another friend, give your life to another friend. That's true friendship and true love. This doesn't mean gayism or lesbianism. So this, um, so I was saying that what are we fearing? If you want to live for another person, why not live for another person? If you love that person and that person responds to your love and you have a friendship, both mutually, uh, why not? What's wrong in that? What's wrong in getting attached and dying for your friend? What else are you going to live for? Yourself, your children, your money? You know, like what has life become? It's reduced to earning, living. Now they say, someone was telling me, I said, go and, you know, to earn a living. What did, I remember Deepak Chopra reading his book. He was saying in his book that I've told my children not to worry about how you earn money and all this, about earning money and how much you earn your money and this and that. That will all come. The first thing he told his children is not to worry. This is also something he told his children. I don't know if it's the first thing, but I don't know how to say this. But he said not to worry about how you will be earning money. You just do what you like doing, I guess, and then the money will come. Like Auntie Hafsa told me, Mrs. Munira Gulzar's eldest sister. So we shouldn't live. That was a really good advice to his children, Dr. Deepak Chopra gave him. Everyone is worried about how, our credit, our bank balances, and tomorrow what will happen to our children. Let us keep some, and then the grandchildren also come. And then let us keep for our grandchildren also, and all this. So everyone is worried about how earning a living, how you live. This is what your life is reduced to. An executive's briefcase, your education, even, and credit cards, and bank balance, and penthouses, and houses, and mortgages, and this, and cars. Stupid nonsense. David Qasim type. So thank God, I was falling out about this cheap man, Italian man who I thought was David Qasim's friend. He was saying there's only information. Now he's that cheap scientist, some Italian man. Sorry to put, but I really have to say this. You know, this cheap Italian man's name. So thank God, some integrity, full of integrity and dignity, scientist Sir Peter Russell put us. Thank God. So here it is, effortless meditation, and all this. I'm going to also. This is a new one. I just came across. It's popped up on my YouTube. I'm going to go and listen to this effortless. Although it will, I think I will listen to all these. Um, but I'd like to listen to Sir Peter Russell's. Let's see what he says. Buddha thing also is there, meditation is there. But the most effortless meditation is that don't be afraid of loving someone and getting attached to them. And if even if you are penniless, you know, oh, I keep telling myself the same thing, but I don't know why I keep going shopping, my childhood habit. Um, Maybe Lakshmi Devi. My mother used to say her luck brought the money to my father's. Her luck. That's what she used to say. Uh, Brought money, you know. So here you can see for the Emiratis, little effortless, right? To they get paid more, and all this. My father, uh, you know, had a company. You be the managing director. You just go there, check things up. You get dividends. You get all this. So you don't have to now. Of course, he worked when he was 21 years old. Um, he worked very hard in Karachi. But you see, the same amount, if I was a lawyer in Karachi, they won't give me that much money. They'll ruggerify me. Work, work, work. Huh? And, but the same amount, like if I worked in London, I got so much in those 2 weeks in admission that for the I mean, I'll have to work in Karachi for 2 years, perhaps, like that, and not even get that much money. In those 2 weeks, I worked in London in my college, Holborn College, admission side, what I got in pounds, right? So it's like that, Pakistan. And so here also, you can see there's barkat in money. You get, we Emiratis, I mean, not me. Oh, I mean, I got help. All the Emiratis get this when they're not financial problem or some health problem or some other problem. So, but in Pakistan, if you work, you won't get that much. So this thing is that effortless. You see, you want to become a slave to money, you become a slave. But you're telling, I mean, okay, you want to work hard, you work hard. But earning a life, a living, if you're going to tell me that, and if you're going to taunt me, I'm going to give it back to you and say, what do you think you are? Who do you think you are? What, money? Money makes you a good person. Just because you're earning your living, you think tomorrow you lose your mental health or you lose both hands, how will you work? How will you earn a living? You tell me. Depressed in the hospital, if you end up, How will you work? How will you live? Huh? Better you kill yourself, right? Good. You can't pay your bills anymore for the penthouse rent. Thank you so much. I will continue later.